So yeah, 5 million views on that trailer probably helped. Direct call to action, community enthusiasm, celebrate milestones like 100K. So he made a big deal out of, the little events. That's definitely huge as a creator, is to be like, you know, I mean, I would do it. The first time I went to like 50 viewers, like naturally by myself, I was like, oh shit, this is sick. This is sick. And I think that stream was literally just me yapping, a lot like I'm yapping right now, People were here for the personality. A lot of that was tied to the reputation, though, of coming out of a terrible position. Dude, this fucking tweet just constantly gets likes. Well, not constantly, like 14 times. There's 14 tweets. Like, this tweet is from May. I guess that is 5 months ago. Every like 2 weeks, I get another like on this. And then I'm the only one who liked the reply. I don't know why people don't fucking comment. Accused of being morbidly obese is so based. Yeah, true. Oh, sup, dude? You're no longer in such a room. What do you mean in such a room? Is that what I said? Uh, I I don't actually know if you have like any alts only pussies mute, but like I am like a pretty prolific Justical and Destiny like community member, and I've got like super fucked up depression and shit. I keep trying to like kill myself, but like equally I'm super fucking based. And honestly, like on the spawning of Justicle's community when it was so popular, there were so many fucking freaks and losers who I got to leave and not come back. I would just roast people, and part of it is that like I'm shamelessly a fucked up person myself, right? And that's also a part of like the big problem I have with people like Krieger or Taken at the moment, and other like mods that Justical has, because like those people are fucking think that they're like cool and normal and like I'm great, and it's like, dude, you're the most parasocial fucking freak loser like Discord Janny ever. Don't pretend like you're here because you're normal. Don't pretend you're here because you like actually have shit going for you. Fucking losers. And I can only be that way. Either you got to be like, either I have to be like actually a millionaire and like killing it, or you just have to acknowledge like how fucked up you are. And I'm still unemployed. I've been unemployed for a few years, um, which is equally a funny thing. Like, there are fucking losers who, like, even in this space, who like their whole personality revolves around the fact that they are employed, and like this and that, or like they build themselves around that, and they think it really like adds to them. Like, I'm a fucking teacher. I am a PhD or whatever student. And it's like those things are cool, but like you don't need to like keep telling everyone about it, right? Anyway, I'm the pizza guy. Well, okay, actually, Kelly Jean and DGG started this whole thing like that Chris was a schizophrenic, and they would all call me like a schizo, and it would be like I'm not a schizophrenic. Like I legitimately have had like a crazy fucked up experiences, and so when I tell you about them, and I'm like upset and bothered, and they actually have like fucked up my life, um, it would just be nice to be like acknowledged. So being called a schizo by hundreds of people, and then fucking Wolfgang started saying that shit on Justical stream, and this is when Justical was huge at the start. So it was like that was like a fucking. It honestly like I don't know if it caused terrible problems, but it was just like this is going to like trap me in this fucking position. Anyway, the way I kind of escaped that shit was with the pizza arc, um, because by when people hear Crisp as the pizza guy as opposed to Crisp as a schizo, it's like way more easy to like escape from. Or like it doesn't really make sense, right? People would insult me like, "Go clean up your pizza boxes," and then everyone else in the room would just look at them like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" um, Used to argue for hours on Justical stream. Yeah, I've had like multiple fights with. Yeah, it was actually crazy. Dude, they called it the waterboarding of Crisp Pickle came in, and Pickle was lying to Wolfgang about, and they still go on about this, about me having creative writing, and and it was because I do like creative writing. Like I would tell the story that like Kiwi Farms is actually a lot of Destiny alts. Destiny is on Kiwi Farms talking about himself as a hater because it makes him feel self-important. Now that is a funny fucking story. Or I don't know. The other one was that Wolfgang would be on stream, getting high, laughing and giggling, and yada yada yada. But Wolfgang is unironically like a weird fucking furry pervert, like freak who I don't know. Like there's a whole bunch of like shit. And now if this gets back to him, he's gonna get all upset that I'm like talking about him on my stream again. But I mean, he's never apologized. He did fucked up, horrible shit to me. The fact that he hasn't been attacking me for ages is nice, and I don't want him to come back at me for it. But like I would like be like, hey, can you like stop lying about me, stop talking about this? And he would just reply like, I'm not going to be your fucking friend. And he would deviate, and he would go off on this, and he would go off on that. And now I didn't ever tell my friends to like not be his friend or something like that. But what Wolfgang would, he would do exactly that. Wolfgang would go live on Justical Stream, talk mad shit about me. He would say it was because I did the stream with Emia, where I had Emia on my stream and made her cry. And I went back and I showed him, and I was like, we can look at that because it's live on my stream. She didn't cry. Nothing happened there. Like, it was totally fine. I wasn't digging up Emia's past because I didn't know who she was. Like, I didn't do anything of like what you think I did. And yet you are like shitting on me on stream, saying I'm schizo, talking about me being like brain damaged and weird and fucked. And I am, but I don't need you to advertise it in a negative way to thousands of people. And then in VCs with like hundreds of, or like not hundreds, like 30, 40, 50 people. One time there was like 50 people. And he'll scoff in my face and be like, oh, this many people, that many people. And I was like, yeah, dude, like Justicle's viewers, he was getting like 800 viewers when you were ragging on me on stream. And then you can go back and look at the VODs or go back and look at how many, like thousands of people would go watch it not live. So like, yeah, thousands of people were like watching you say this shit about me, which was totally unfair and wrong and ungrounded. And then in this like fucking VC, Pickle comes in and is like, yeah, you were spreading this around and you were like making up lies. So they say that I'm always lying, which is like crazy because they lie about me and I'm actually very upfront. I don't think that I'm like a coherent enough person to lie. So I actively try. I don't try not to do it. I just don't do it. And like, I am also very upfront about like my creative writing projects being creative writing projects. We eventually used that to like fuck a lot of those people over. Amumu and Pickle and Wolfgang and these other people, they have this like friend group thing, but this is again the problem that these fucking losers, they aren't real. They're here for the drama. They're like reactive. They don't really have any like morals or like personality or whatever. So what can happen is, especially when they're trying to treat me like a lolcow, is that I can be like to a server full of people, I would say, hey guys, wouldn't it be funny if we like pretended to start a rumor, and now this would be purely performative and purely weird. I'll say all this, I'll caveat it like this. If we all just say that like Wolfgang is fucking Wolfgang is e fucking what's her name? Maybe I should just say what we actually did. I don't know. Who's the Duster Queen? Wolfgang is having e-sex with the Duster Queen because Wuxtree asked him to, and he actually wants to have sex with Wuxtree, right? Isn't that a crazy creative writing story? It is, right? I did that same thing with a Mumu. I was like, guys, Androida and a Mumu are having e-sex because because Cum Gremlin thought it would be funny, and she told a Mumu that she would be with a Mumu if this happened or that happened. And that was off the back of Amumu and Android were telling everyone that they were hanging out in real life. And then one day they just started saying they weren't hanging out in real life. At which point it became like more apparent that like it was like just a joke to make fun of that everyone else didn't know or some shit. And then you find out like he's doing that with like a bunch of girls. And it's like, it's the joke here just that you guys have like an in-joke, right? And that's nice and that's cool, but like then when you start getting pretentious about it, when people are like, oh, like, weren't you guys hanging out? And weren't you guys like, didn't you say that you were dating Cum Gremlin this whole time? And it's like, why are people so weird? And it's like, you said that. You told us that. Don't like take a position over us now, like you fucking arrogant narcissist. You think you should deserve the respect of like being able to lie to us all and then like play it off? Because like that actually is lying, right? And so they play it off back to me like you lie and blah blah blah. This is why I'm so annoyed at Taken as well. Like I had a big argument with ZZ because Taken banned a friend of mine permanently, and she's banned me permanently for no reason at all. And when I called out that my friend got banned permanently for like no reason at all, people I got attacked for once again being like, "Well, you know, she knows why she got banned," and I'm like, "Well," and they were like, "It's on the ban report," and I'm like, "No, it's not. Like, here's the ban report. There is no reason on there. This was like a shadow ban." And then they're like, "Well, she knows." I'm like, "No, she doesn't." I'm like in fucking chat with her right now. She has no clue why she got permanently banned. Like you know, like, and then they're like, "You're just always making things up, saying that like it was because of this or it was because of that." And I'm like, I didn't make that up. That's what other people think. And now you're saying that because other people told me that that was what happened, which is what people do here. This is exactly the same. Sorry, I should wrap it up actually to go back. The whole thing where we were saying like, wouldn't it be funny, or how crazy would it be if there was a rumor that was this? And then people go back and they went and told Amumu that that was what people were saying, and it was like, and he's like, my friends have been telling me this, and it's like, oh, well, your friends lied to you, and everyone, not everyone, I mean, like, it went through like for like an hour and a half, like six people all sat there being like, bro, no one was actually saying that. You need to understand that like it was actively described that this is not what is happening, and then your friends went back and lied to you to make you angry. And this is exactly what like Wolfgang would do to me, or like other people would do, or people would find out that like, oh, Wolfgang actually hates Crisp, so like let's actively fuck him over. And also on that Wolfgang note thing, Wolfgang would actually DM people and be like, hey, Crisp is like a weird schizo, and I wouldn't like secretly do that to him, and then he would like lie about it. And the way I found out that that happens is because I was in a VC with someone, and they were reading it out loud. You know how people read things like, buh, 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 buh. This chick was reading it, and she was like, buh, 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 like weird schizo pizza guy, like what the fuck? And then I was like, hold the fuck on. I was like, Wolfgang just came into this VC, and then I can hear you reading a DM out loud about me, telling like warning you not to hang out or talk to me. Like what the fuck? And that girl did actually get like upset with me, or like you know like actively. It's a bit like that Star 11 girl with the Rhea bullshit. People are just like super like thirsty to find something like, oh, they're uncomfortable with this, they're uncomfortable with that. That girl did actually react because it's just like a natural human thing to be like, oh, I've been warned against this person, like socially, evolutionarily, like I'm going to take heed of that. And then it's like, oh, I get a bad feeling here. And then that bad feeling is like amplified because of the warning from earlier. But it's all just like fake, manipulative bullshit. And people would do that to Wolfgang a lot. And Wolfgang would actively like be overtly like broadcasting this shit and subtly fucking DMing people. And then yeah, I got dragged into these VCs, and that's how I got like to be friends with some people originally. Like because they would see me, like new people would come in and they would be like, dude, you are getting shit on for like hours. You should leave. Like this cannot be good for your mental health. And I'll be like, it's okay, my mental health is already fucked. Like, and yeah, it was like disgusting the way he acted. What a piece of shit, dude. Definitely like an ex drug addict, like pedophile retard. Um, yeah, well, to be props to him, like I shouldn't really be shitting on him. He did leave. He did go sort his life out. A lot of our friends are mutual friends, and they love him. And I'm super glad that he brings them so much joy. Although it's like upsetting that he still locks me out of all of those communities. So ultimately like Wolfgang won. Like he shit on me publicly, he shit on me privately, he took all of my friends and locked me out of those social spaces. So but like I never had anything that good to begin with. So all I lost were hopes and dreams, baby. Um I hope they come back and waste their lives. Yeah, based. Yeah, I like you, bro. You seem pretty cool and just cool chat. Um at first I thought you were maybe like Spinboy or something, but like you're definitely not. Um, I wish I had a real life to engage with, but my room was a lot worse than this. This is the stream of me cleaning up my room. If you go to like my, there's like a King of the Hill theme song version. I think you've left anyway. Sorry for, I mean, I yapped. Dude, I would like to think that my high energy yapping is like an interesting event to like watch, but I guess it wasn't. But yeah, then my stream started blowing up, and that's like now I have this computer chair here. I'm like sitting on a couch, which is sitting just behind me, like over here at the moment. I'm really depressed again, so I'm not really like washing or showering or cooking, and I'm like kind of all fucked up. But for the start of this year, the first 6 months, um, I turned it around for like over a year. I basically wouldn't leave. I don't know. Like I couldn't sleep. I would just have fucking nightmares. I kept trying to kill myself. Not that I actively. I mean, people don't really care if you tell them. They just think less of you. It's like terribly unattractive. Um, I've honestly been wondering why it's so hard. I wonder if I like. I don't actually want to kill myself. Obviously, I guess. Otherwise, I'd just do it. It might be like an obsessive thought. I mean, normally, like when something bad happens to you, after like 30 seconds, the chemical process like dies off, and then you're not angry anymore, unless you keep feeding back into that cycle. Now, I think that my rumination is like some broken obsessive compulsive shit. Like I'm obsessive compulsive as fuck. Uh, can't stop thinking about all the people who fucked me over in my life, you know, which sucks because it takes away from the time of. I need to balance out all that shittiness by just like constantly doing good things. But can't do it. We are taking up some hobbies today though. Or what I've been trying to do lately is build my interest. Um, Shut up, Tyska. Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
Hey, good job.
Retard.
Yeah,
this is the last pizza box. But yeah, unfortunately, dude, I know like a lot of shit happened with me and Rhea, but like the original point of it was that like I didn't do anything, nothing happened, and this girl actively wants me to kill myself. Um, and in the same way where I struggle super hard not to, uh, like fall for someone who gives me attention, I struggle a lot not to be like pulled down by like that level of bullshit. So unfortunately that's like kind of where we're at. And plus on top of that, like my comeback arc was like doing a lot of coding and a lot of great stuff, and that was super good and super helpful. But after 3 or 4 months of doing that, I realized like, man, I'm still very isolated. I'm still very alone, and I still don't have a support network. I need to go find that. And Ria, Ninu, and Taxi ended up like being that little social support network. And and I mean, I wanted like Katie Potato, and I wanted other people to be in there. And like my best friends, like Spinboy and Dung Devil, like they're off hanging out with Wolfgang. Um, and Like, and then my other friend is like Dolphin, and Dolphin is just like someone I've had like a totally fucked up past with, and I always want her to like do better, and she does end up doing better in that, but it's not like a support network at all. Um, but yeah, I mean, I tried to like go find the support network, and I didn't, and I needed it, and I didn't find it, and on top of that, I ended up getting attacked really, really badly by it. I mean, there were so many reasons that it was so easy for her to fuck me over. I really needed like friends, and I still don't have them. I don't really know how to go on. I there was this lady who used to come do vaccines and stuff, and she was obviously super interested in me though, and that like made me feel surprisingly good to be like close to someone in real life like that. But I didn't want to invite her back to my room. Obviously, it's fucked up at the moment, and she wasn't around when my room was nice. I guess that's because I was in here. Dude, now I have regret. Back in April, February, April, March, should have gone and found that woman, but I guess I forgot about her. I mean, I was so obsessively immersed in my coding. Like coding is because it felt like a promise at like a future, but it in itself isn't a life lived. Um, and I want to say philosophically that I don't believe in like a future. It was like I had trust as opposed to hope, but they were the same. I just have to admit, like I ended up feeling like hope, and then I ended up losing it, which was terrible. I don't know how to summarize everything I just said, or move on, or wrap it up, which is also an analogy for my life. It's hard to summarize. I don't know how to move on, and I don't know how to finish it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. A blood red sunrise dawning, while we always up to the next day morning. And with all the chemicals worn out, made me feel good now. I be drowning in you, so thirsty. Couldn't care less how much it hurts me. Alright, but I'ma bite back now. Make you fall back, back. I keep going back to you. No more, no more, no more, no more. I keep going back to you. No more, no more. You're like a bad habit. You're like a bad